So you got yourself the Stihl FS 94. Great trimmer, great lightweight trimmer. Today, we're gonna go over what you need to know to get the most out of this machine. There's some simple things, some things to know. We're gonna start with the basics, right? This is a 2-cycle machine, meaning that we need mixed fuel, right? Gas and oil. There's 2 ways to do that. One is to use Stihl HP Ultra Mix, one of these little bottles right here, to a gallon of ethanol-free fuel. Sidebar, I love this can. I use it in all my videos. Actually, we've used it at Carl's Mower and Saw for like 20 years. You know, they're kind of pushing down on us. We don't want a can that can spill. We don't want you to be able to kick it over and spill gas all over the ground. That's probably a good thing. But most of the cans today are super annoying. This one's really simple. You push the button right there and it pours. I love it on a small tank like a weed eater, a string trimmer tank. When I drop it in, I can kind of slowly control so I don't spill all over the place. Kind of cool. Love the no spill can. Sorry about that, just had to point it out there. Anyways, one of these to 1 gallon of ethanol-free fuel. But I don't have ethanol-free fuel where I live. Okay, well then make sure you put some Startron in the gas. Okay, that's gonna help avoid the ethanol problems. Ethanol is a killer, guys. It's nasty on carburetors and fuel lines and all sorts of stuff. And it makes me all kinds of money, but it doesn't make me happy customers. So try to avoid ethanol for the ultimate moto mix. And depending on how much you're using it, if you're a commercial operator, yeah, you know what? This is probably not the way to go. But if you're going through 1 gallon or 2 gallons of fuel a year on your property, this is the trick right here. 93 octane, so it's higher than we can buy. Ethanol free. Has a 2-year storage life after I crack the lid. So this is amazing gas. It starts better, it runs better. Even if you're not gonna use it all year long, I would at least consider hibernating on this. When I say hibernating, I'm talking about November, December, January, February, when you're not using this. I put this in my tank, I run it for a few minutes, and this is what I store with. It's just a good way to go. It's gonna get you the best performance, really keep you happy with this machine long term. So let's start at the operating end. We've talked about fuel. How do we start this thing? Well, it's always ready to run, meaning I shut it off, but it's ready to go again. On the front, right here, is my primer. See it? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't flood it by priming it. It just seems like 5 is a great number. If you go 3, a lot of times you don't get quite enough fuel up into it. And then the choke is right here on the back, and I simply push in the choke. Actually, I twist and push in, and that locks the choke on. The choke is attached to the throttle trigger. As soon as I hit the trigger, you'll see that choke shut off, okay? So make sure when you're holding the handle and pulling the rope that you don't inadvertently hit the trigger or you're gonna shut it off. Simple, but I do see it happen. It causes frustration. My air filter is right under here. Okay, that one screw comes out, and I can get to my air filter. My spark plug is hiding right under this cap. So I take that screw out, this cover comes off, and my spark plug's right there. Why is that cover on? A couple things. One, if you drop it, this is a commercial grade trimmer. They know that in a commercial application, it's gonna take tumbles, it's gonna take falls, it's gonna get thrown into the back of the truck. Let's protect that spark plug so it don't end up breaking it off. It also kind of creates a place for your elbow to rest when you're running this machine. And then the fuel's going here. That's pretty obvious, but I might as well point it out. Let's kind of move down from here to this situation right here. We've got this, what is this wheel all about, right? Why do I have a wheel on my throttle control? Notice my trigger, I have full play right there. As I dial this back to the minus, I limit how far this throttle squeezes. And that is useful when you're using it to edge with it or doing some light trimming and you don't want to pull that trigger too hard. Maybe you're working around some trees, maybe you're working around your flower bed. So that allows you to kind of set a rev limiter of sorts, kind of put a block of wood under the gas pedal, if you remember that. But make sure that when you're done, you always crank this wide open and run this hard. Otherwise, what's gonna happen is over time, you will plug your exhaust. These 2-cycle machines wanna run hard. They wanna work hard. They need to burn out that oil that's in the gas. That exhaust plugging would happen to the screen that's right in here. You'll know it. When you plug this thing, you're gonna pull the rope someday and it's gonna just, ooh, ooh, ooh. That's kind of a weird sound, but anyways, it's just not gonna wanna take off and go. So you can take this tool that you got with it, take that screw loose, and you can slide this screen out, and you'll see that you will not be able to see through that little screen. It's gonna be pitch black. Come into Carl's, pick up a new one, throw it in. It's gonna be like, oh, new life, awesome. Okay, moving down. let's get to the bottom end here. Maintenance on the bottom end, we've got a grease plug right here. This is gonna unscrew. You can use either a 13 millimeter or this little Torx bit that came with it. And this should be greased every 50 hours or so. If you don't grease it, you'll usually go 400 to 500 hours and then it'll die. You'd be like, why did it die? Because you didn't grease it. We have this sweet little tube of grease. It's about $5. Threads right in, give it a little squeeze, that much, and then you're off and you're going again. This does come with the Durocut 25-2 bump head, the standard Stihl bump head. Check out our video on how to rewind these if you want to know how to do so. But, grab the right tool here, we do have options. As long as we stick with a line head, we have options on this machine. So one of the more popular options, let me show you how to take this head off. This pin, or something like this, because you'll probably lose this. What do I have this for? Drops right in here, and I'm gonna spin this head while holding this down until it locks. And then it's reverse thread, so I'm gonna spin it clockwise, and I'll spin this head all the way off. Make sure you keep this on, because if this comes off, you got a problem. I'll get calls every once in a while. I can't get my trimmer head off, and it's because this was taken off. So one of our more popular options is this Durocut head. Let me spin it on and we'll talk about the Durocut head here just a minute. Before I get it all the way on, this is not a trimmer that we can run a blade on. And the reason is because there's a cable running from head to toe. And a cable and a blade do not get along. So we gotta stick with a head that's gonna allow, when I hit something, for it to flex and give. So the cool thing about this Durocut is I'm just carrying around these. And it doesn't have to be this fancy trimmer line. Really any trimmer line, 0.095 up to, I think 0.155, it'll actually fit in here all right. Slide in, like so. It's locked, and it pulls out from the bottom. So as this wears out, it's really simple. Benefit of this is simple, larger line size possibilities. If I'm around the yard and cutting nice light grass, say that much, I want something that flexes and gives. I don't want to take a divot out of my flower bed. This is the way to go. But if I'm getting into the field, getting into some knee-high, waist-high, some tall grass, maybe cutting around my fence rows, I want to run a heavier trimmer line. So there's the Durocut 20-2 head. It's a great head. We talked about greasing the gearbox. This handle, you may want to adjust this handle to fit your size. Very simple. It's going to come with a little Torx wrench that'll allow you to do so. Here's where my shoulder strap's gonna hook. Kind of nice to do. That's what not to do. Okay, we talked about gas and oil. You know, we missed the safety, guys. We should always think safety. This machine is gonna come with some really awesome safety glasses, or not. But they work. They protect your eyes, and that's what you're looking to do. I've become a fan of these, and I still wear my safety glasses underneath because you can get some fine stuff through here. This simply goes on. I'm protecting a bulk of my face, and my ears are protected. Can flip this up. Love the Stihl brush defender. My ears are becoming worse as I get older. And here you're gonna have gotten your owner's manual from Carl's Mower, and on the front, we're gonna have your model number and your serial number and your date of purchase. Remember, we registered it for you. So you got a 2-year warranty with this. Open it up, your owner's manual's inside, a safety manual. Hey, I'm glad you got yourself a Stihl FS 94. We hope you can get many, many years out of this. Carl's Mower and Saw is here to walk you through the life of your FS 94. Hey, this is Josh from Carl's Mower and Saw. Thanks for watching our videos. We're proud of the fact that we've been serving you with the best in outdoor power equipment since 1990. We're glad that you had an opportunity to sit down, watch our videos, learn something about an exciting new product that we have, something that interests you for your property, or really how to use your equipment to the best of its ability. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, whether it's on Instagram or YouTube. We're excited to share more information with you. See you soon.